fresh off 100 yards a week ago. Coming up, we'll see the visiting Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State EA Sports coverage of the NFL. Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Breeze now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Shit.
Ready.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10.
What's up, Monday? What's going on?
Down. Randy Gregory in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
I think he about to play
the
again.
Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, these guys
up,
have won
Marvo?
3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
See, Marvin.
Unit is out on the field, and
what's
they
up?
will send this
Marv, you have
away.
Netflix?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone.
Marv, they got a little, I ain't watched
And
yet.
New
A
York
coworker
set
of
to
mine
take
told me
the
they got a
field.
documentary
And to be frank, they're just
called,
in a tough spot. It's only November.
it's
Already
either
eliminated
the
from
people
playoff
under the
contention. I know
curve
their
or
fan base
something.
doesn't want to hear that, but
It's
that's
about
the
the
case.
Flat Earth
What are they
Society,
fighting
the people
for
that
now
believe
going
that
forward?
You know
the Earth
exactly what
flat.
they're
It's a
fighting
big
for, is
documentary.
that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
You came to mind, my brother.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be, what do we need to get, and then the
There's something
players and the
curved.
coaching staff right
People
now,
under the curve,
pride. Can they win
look
some
under the
games and feel
curve
better
or
about
something like
themselves,
that. And it's a
despite the fact
documentary
they have
about
no shot at the
people who
playoffs?
believe the Earth is flat. They show all kind of, they show proof on why they feel it's flat and stuff like that.
Ready. You waiting?
That was second down run for Murray. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Ready. You waiting?
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Taken in at the 22. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in this spot.
Yeah, what you watching? Good time? Nigga, that's a good times laugh. Nigga, you laughing like you watching good times, nigga.
First.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Oh, look. So they ain't no even denying it. Ain't no denying it, nigga.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Cooper was the intended target. 3rd down here.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. 3rd and long for Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Danico Autry in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. New York set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him, because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
This is Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
I was born in 74.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down, Prescott rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right, and this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of set you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Social media will provide.
Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Going up top. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown.
Oh, y'all did, dog?
Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on
Look what
to
they
their
gave
lead.
up for the nigga, dog. What they gave
Well,
up.
they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's...
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Nigga, Madden must have tweaked this kickoff thing, too, because niggas getting something
Drew
long.
Brees getting ready to
Kickoff
go again
seem like
on
they're a little above
offense.
average.
In second quarter, they're down big
Like every time you
already.
look up, a nigga
He's
at the
struggling
30.
as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
If he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to be.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Ready? You waiting?
On 3rd and long, it's Brees. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And now here come the Cowboys. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They give them a gain of 37.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
No,
so the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up
nigga
first
said that
and
about
10.
5 minutes later, nigga, you hear me snoring. Nigga.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
This one here, I'm working. I'm going to leave it come back.
Right back to him on first down. Zeke with a shake and bake. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a first and 10 at the 15. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Keith Marshall with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Extra point up and through. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you've got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now a give. This is Murray. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first. Maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on. And then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Flush to his right. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that. Because
I
that's
say
the
I
play
live for a
designed to
living.
get it into the end zone and make your catch.
And I ain't for a living.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. It's caught.
Yeah,
And he
this
takes
in
this
there.
down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball
Yeah,
downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can...
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row. But to get one, that was huge. It has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goal that just looked bad on that board, but now they've
broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Rosas now to kick this one away.
What's that nigga gamer tag?
Here's the money fly, boy.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Got many bags on his thing? I don't know if I got another game on him this year. Over him. Yeah. I was giving him. I was
I got home and I sent it out.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
That's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in the game.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep in the direction, and this will be caught at the 30. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
I'm not good.
38. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. Gets by him at the 25. How did he stay on his feet? Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you did those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses. Those exact type of runs.
Looking to throw, Prescott.
And he's
a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Dalvin Tomlinson able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard.
46.
Prescott now on second down. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gotta give me a run out there.
The final shot before half for Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL.
What's the hell right there?
EA Sports. It's in the game. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
But when the
you know you can pick anyone and still stay in the
on the person running with the football, but how about the group as a whole, setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
That's Captain Martin. Who is that?
Prescott looks to throw on first, escaping the pressure.
Oh, Andyville.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Oh, good move. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup that leads to a new set of downs. Prescott on first down. He'll buy some time right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Yeah.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Prescott down.
Nigga, P.J. Warner good, right?
At the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Look at that nigga.
Michael Gallup with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys add on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys.
I really want to go one of them Heat jerseys and one of them Vice City
looks. This one continues to go.
That's what I really want to do.
Extra point right down the middle.
That's so nice.
Lead will swell by 1 more.
This way, Morris.
5 plays there on that drive.
That's what I like about him.
Culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
I seen that bitch with like Rucker Park look, like the Rucker Park
and
look.
That'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
I think them high school course
now getting set to start the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know what? They discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time, in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Again, it's Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, man, hold on.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half. This offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Not the Chinese.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Randy Gregory in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're still come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And out now come the Cowboys. The last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Tim carry now for Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Damn, that's all the outside.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's outside. That's going to be
run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs,
to keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first down throw for Prescott. And, he took that thing one-handed. What a grab. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Yeah.
A gain of 32 that time.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that. But I almost want to go
that's right, Marvel.
About back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become just a joke?
I think in the 80s, I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that, but a lot of those were...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
I got one too short.
Michael Gallup, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Going after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Gotta be a way to do something different with the ball right now.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
That nigga Tyron Matthews a chief now. That nigga in KC, nigga.
Yeah, he messed up.
Gee, the Chiefs have got a squad.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
You and Mike about to get it in?
The New York
I'm playing Metro right for guys.
They are right now just ice cold. They have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, you need a guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to make plays for everyone else.
They go with Murray again. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right now. He's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Now, that's so 26-12.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Fielded at the 20. Good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Beating us around, that's all I'm out.
Gallup and company as they take the field.
Bro,
Sort of a slow and steady game so far, but reliable for him here in this third quarter.
Sounds like we're describing a possession receiver, right? The one that finds a way to make the big catches, the ones that break the backs of defenses.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Everything I needed.
In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
As he throws there, incomplete.
I can get the fingers out of him, no problem.
The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
To throw is Prescott. Flushed out right. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big play there on third down. 58 yards.
Damn, that's good. I might need to go live before he quit. But if he put out the score, register right.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys add on. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is, just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Oh, you got a mother.
I go long.
On second down, here's Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 30. And way in, touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Giants do get a bit closer.
Go somewhere.
Nigga, that boy, naturally, you sleeping.
Rosas to add the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Rosas now to kick this one away.
Yeah, I'm going that way. I'm not there.
This is taken at the 3.
That team I got is nice, dog.
Around the NFL third quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
It was our first game of the season, I think. Maybe his second.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Flush to his right. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now after the play, oh man, it's Prescott who appears to be shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
Now
they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now, when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. He's getting ready to go again on offense. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2. Alert for anything out there. Watching for trouble on the road. And making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, you've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game, really at the point of attack. The offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight end.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the gun on third down, Breeze. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And they're going to speed things up here. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Being chased out left. Austin's got it left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now. Still throwing the football.
I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people point it out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Elliott a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys add on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists. That's how they treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On first down, Breeze to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Breeze. Open man right side is Ingram. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's Breeze to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Rosas good with the extra point. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And the Cowboys are able to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rush. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They give him a gain of 38. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. They get it to him running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Here's Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Oh, the right speed down. I guess that's his time like his
4th down now looming.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Marshall. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. The numbers tell the story. Not the best start, but it's not often how you start, it's how you finish. And since that start, he's been good.
Can you just imagine what was going on in the locker room with the defensive coordinator? Because things were working so well. His game plan was in effect. They were holding him down. He was off his game. But you just know that he was nervous at halftime because you don't hold a guy like that down for very long. And in this case, his fears were realized.
A good pick up there at 22. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
That's what I leave me alone enough about playing the game.
Hey,
We got about 36.
From midfield, here's Brees. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like
football, though.
everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different